shopped around all the different lots and ended up finding one that we liked.
It's a great car. I get in it every time and say, this is the neatest car. This is the best thing we ever did.
Experience a better way to purchase your next vehicle at Stephen Wade today.
Well, I do a radio show, and what happened was for about 2 years after the raid on Vic's compound went down, I covered this story. I covered it on my radio show, obviously talked a lot about the deplorable details and you know, the horrific nature of what had happened, and I was really outspoken about it and obviously had very strong opinions about it. Of course, never knowing at the time that I was going to end up with one of the victory dogs. I think it's very important for people to understand that it's all about the nature, it's all about the nurture and not the nature of these dogs. Just look at what's happening here today. 5 years ago, almost to this day, because it was 5 years ago next month that the raid on Vic's dogfighting ring happened. 5 years ago, almost to the day, these same 6 dogs were brought together in a very different circumstance. They were brought together by criminals who had very bad intentions for them. The same dogs, but a different set of people. Today, 5 years later, these same exact 6 dogs are brought here together by 6 loving families who want the best for them, and the circumstances are very, very different. The dogs are exactly the same, and as you look around, you can see the results.
I was at my house. My guitar, she thought was a big stick I was going to hit her with. My violin or fiddle, the same thing. And she had this terrible fear of my ceiling fan. Like, she would peek around, and if it was on, she'd go upstairs. And her safe spot was the bed, so she'd go upstairs. And anytime I turned the ceiling fan on, she would not go in that room. And I asked one of my friends that was a police officer about that, and he told me, and I won't repeat it because it's really horrific, as to why that ceiling fan might have scared her. But we did a lot of positive reinforcement training, clicker training, with the guitar, with the violin, with the ceiling fan, and it took months. But you know, now none of it bothers her. I can actually have band practice at my house, and she'll stay in the room. She'll stay in the room with all these people and all these instruments and hang out. Dan, we run a pit bull rescue named after him. We were doing dog rescue for a while, and before we adopted Dan. I think I'm being upstaged.
Tell us a little bit about a day in his life.
He sleeps. He's my potato. He loves his couch. It's the best thing. The first morning I saw him on a couch brought tears to my eyes, because it's all anybody ever dreams of for these dogs, that they have a home, that they have a couch of their own, and it was the first time he'd ever been on one.